10 Psychological Facts That Will Surprise You. Psychology, the study of the human mind and its functions, has come a long way since its beginnings centuries ago. These 10 psychological facts may come as surprising to those who don't fully understand the field, but will be extremely eye-opening to psychology enthusiasts. If you love the study of the mind and enjoy learning about the brain, these facts should be particularly interesting to you. Number 1. The power of first impressions. In one famous experiment, students were paired up in 2 separate rooms. The students in one room were told to rate other students' personalities based on a photograph of them standing in front of a whiteboard. However, it wasn't actually a picture of their subject, it was just a stock photo from Getty Images. The students didn't know that, though. They thought they were rating actual people based on their appearance. Number 2. People fear death more than pain. Research has shown that when given a choice, people will choose to suffer pain over death. According to an American study published in 2011, people experience a greater fear of death than they do of pain. And there's nothing wrong with fearing death, since it's not much fun, but when our fears interfere with our everyday lives, we may be suffering from an anxiety disorder. Depression and other mood disorders can also impact how we perceive and react to fear, both real and imagined. Number 3. Happiness comes from being grateful. There are 2 things that make you happy: thinking about what you have and thinking about what you don't have. We all tend to think we're above basic materialism, but if you put a group of people in a room and ask them to write down everything they own and then rank their levels of happiness with these things, there's a correlation between how much stuff people think they need and how happy they are. Number 4. Worrying can be good for you. Even if you hate worrying, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Research shows worrying about a future event is actually linked to greater well-being, but there's a catch. Worrying must be productive to improve your overall mood, meaning you need to think through possible solutions rather than simply stew in anxiety and stress. When worries are being productive, they're motivating and inspiring. When they're not, they can have harmful effects on mental health. Number 5. Alcoholism makes you live longer. More than 3 drinks a day will increase your risk of stroke, but those who don't drink at all have a much higher mortality rate. Moderate drinkers seem to live longer and have lower rates of dementia and cognitive decline than their non-drinking counterparts, who are more likely to suffer from depression and loneliness. Plus, having some alcohol in your system is said to make people more outgoing and socially confident, so if you want to take advantage of these psychological facts yourself, we say go for it. Number 6. You forget 70% of what you learn in school. Psychologists have found that we tend to forget 70% of what we learn in school within 3 days. So if you're studying for a big exam, time your studying accordingly and spend more time on things you are less likely to retain. To make sure you don't have an information overload, take notes throughout your study sessions so you can review them before an exam. This method has been proven as effective in boosting memory retention for students. Number 7. Negativity bias. It's a basic human tendency to pay more attention to negative information than positive. This manifests itself in many ways. It influences how we perceive risks, for example, and it can help explain why so many people fear flying when cars are far more dangerous. It also explains a lot about politics. Number 8. We overestimate our abilities. One study found, for example, that when students at Columbia University were asked to rate their academic performance from 1, the lowest, to 9, the highest, 96% rated themselves as a 7 or above. In addition, our memories tend to be inaccurate. According to one study from UC Berkeley, 70% of memories are easily distorted by misinformation. Number 9. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Once you've learned how to tell if something is fake news, you can apply that knowledge to your daily life. For example, if someone is promising you a revolutionary new workout plan, one with results in half an hour a day, you might be skeptical, and for good reason. But if it really does work, it might become a staple in your exercise routine. In other words, Be open-minded when it comes to tips and tricks like these, but don't believe everything you read. Number 10. Controlling your emotions helps you control your weight. In a 2007 study published in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, scientists found that while people who were less bothered by disturbing images ate more afterward, those who were more bothered by disturbing images also reported feeling hungrier. Bottom line, the next time you're tempted to eat something you know isn't good for you, stop and consider what emotions are driving your hunger. Subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Thank you.